Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I've got my other radio here today, so it doesn't have a spring on it, yeah? And I have GPS ATI. But if I go to this mode, I have GPS 3D. Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to fly this in 3D mode, aka manual. But if I need to bail out, if I'm in 3D here, I can just flick to GPS. I know I'm going to need it. But before we do anything, I'm going to just fly in ATI mode, just to make sure I can get to grips with this non-centering center stick. 1, 2, 3, and run. And in fact, it does run. So I can already take it to center. So here we go. So that's ATI mode. Let's go to GPS. Right, we have a lock. So I'm not going to try and fly like this in 3D mode. I just want to see if I can hover it. If I can just hover it, you know, if I can get to this, something like this, then I'll be very happy. I've changed the little fin there as well, by the way. So let's just go to GPS. I've got a new fin on there, and it is quieter. So it's just above half now. Let me go to half exactly. Doesn't make much difference. So somewhere in the middle it will hover. So we're in we're in GPS mode. ATI. So yes, so let's just try that again. So I'm halfway. A little bit up, let's see what happens. So it's above half now, and now at about 2/3 it'll start going up. But anyway, so you can quite easily fly it like this with no self-centering. But I'm going to land it, of course, before I try 3D. Definitely won't get this far unless it's super stable. I do remember trying this once on the FW450, and I could barely hold it in the sky. So let's land it. In fact, let me do it away from this blue thing here, so I've got space. Let's do it here. I will straighten the heli just to give it a bit of fighting chance. So if it all goes sideways, or pear-shaped, I'm going to flick to GPS. So, okay, 3D mode. Helicopter is slightly downhill, so I don't know what's going to happen. If all else fails, I'll just flick it to GPS. Okay, so here we go. Hope it doesn't crash. No, actually what I'm going to do, I want to see if the motor pitch changes. So I'm going to initialize in GPS and then flick to 3D and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, run. Stick to half. Okay, we're up, and 3D mode, GPS mode, 3D mode, here we go. It's very sensitive, GPS. So the pitch does change, eh? Let's try that again. Blades are just a bit tight, that's why it's flip-flopping about. It's very sensitive on the pitch. It just doesn't seem to want to hold a nice altitude. Let's try that again. And 3D. 1, 2, 3, and run. I'll take it halfway, and I think I'll just punch it a bit quicker. There we go, 3D mode. I cannot maintain a hover. Well, there just about, you see now it just sinks or it climbs. I cannot maintain a proper hover. Okay, I need to scratch my cheek. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I cannot seem to maintain a hover. It's either climbing or going down. I had the same problem with the 450. It would do the same. So I don't know if it's the radio or so full 3D mode or manual. Probably the longest flight I ever had. I dare not go flying with it. Dare not go flying with it. So in an emergency I can just flick to GPS. There, not my cup of tea, I'll be honest. I mean, I can hold it there, not bad. but it just cannot seem to maintain one altitude. Yeah, I dare not go fly, because I know I will crash it. So I'm at 2/3 collective, and I have to give it, now as it sinks, give it a bit more, and then it just keeps going. You see, I cannot seem to maintain a hover. Okay, I thought it was just the 450 doing this, but it's obviously also in the bell units. I thought this might be a little bit more forgiving, but not really. Yeah, I dare not go fly. I suppose this just takes a lot of practice, eh? This is just like flying for the first time. A little bit in that sense. But isn't she beautiful? Wow. Well, this is definitely my longest 3D flight. I think I need to do this a bit more often and just get comfortable with the fact that there's no leveling. No leveling. It's like trying to balance on top of a ball. I dare not give it full cyclic. I don't want it to flip over. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't have a clue. I'd have to be a bit higher for that. But not too far away. Alright, happy days.